good, some bad, but no arguing that a very poor run of results had a lot of question marks surrounding this LA Galaxy team. They only took 4 points, of course, from a possible 27 on offer after a nearly 2-month run without a victory. Greg Vanney elaborated on the win, saying, it was a real important 3 points for us, something we deserve that builds our confidence, and especially important as other teams around us picked up points as well. We think this could be a shift in momentum, and that really touches on a larger point here. During that 9-match winless run, this is a Galaxy team that weren't hitting the panic button. They weren't bothered by their run of form. Sure, the results weren't there, but in terms of the performances, Greg Vanney has remained very upbeat, as has some of the players like Chicharito Hernandez and Jonah Dos Santos, saying, we're going to pull out of this. We have the quality to come good. We're not that bad as the results indicate. And fortunately for the Galaxy, it's a big win, of course, for them as they get their 12th of the season. They come in with a record through 29 games, of course, of 12 wins, 11 losses, and 6 draws, and trying to draw blood here and keep pace, of course, with those teams in and around the playoff picture. A lot of games tonight. In fact, this just one of 12, and a lot of the teams around the Galaxy in the playoff race in action tonight, which will we keep you abreast of as the match and the evening progresses. All right, we're going to step aside one time. When we return, we'll take a look at what's going on with Houston, plus some key things to watch for. It's the Galaxy away to the Houston Dynamo tonight, right here on Galaxy Radio.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. Power up like a pro. Contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
San Manuel Casino is changing its name and changing the game. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, with 2 new casino floors, now with over 6,500 slots, the most in the West. A new high-limit room for 5 elevated gaming experiences, new luxury retail shops, restaurants, and bars, and even more thrills to come. Experience a level of thrill that California has never seen before. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
Tonight, Wingstop is upping the flavor of your cruise night in with Wingstop's Big Night In Bundle. 25 boneless wings, your choice of 3 craveable flavors and 3 delicious dips, all for just $16.99. Order tonight at wingstop.com at participating locations. Wingstop, the flavor of the LA Galaxy.
And welcome back. We're just about 17 minutes away from kickoff between the LA Galaxy paying a visit to the Houston Dynamo. Of course, the second of two meetings. These two teams met just about a little over a month ago, and it was a 1-1 draw. In fact, the third time straight that these two teams have ended up in a 1-1 draw. So we shall see what's on store tonight. Let's take a look at the Dynamo and see what's going on with them, right? Of course, Tab Ramos now in his second season. It's a team that's really been beset by hard times. For the fourth consecutive year, this Houston Dynamo team will not qualify for the MLS Cup postseason, and it came amongst real bittersweet type of situation over the weekend. They put together arguably their best performance in a 2-1 home win over the mighty Seattle Sounders, but it's a team that hasn't gotten back-to-back wins all season. However, because of results and the larger point at hand, other teams winning around them, and the situation occurring as it did, that meant that Houston was eliminated regardless of the 3 points. And now a team that, well, you could say it could be good and bad from a Galaxy perspective. Yes, they may play with more freedom, a little bit more confidence without any pressure on their shoulders, or they could mail it in. Which Houston team will show up? Kind of been the question all season. It's a team that's just got 6 wins, 12 defeats, and 12 draws, been just one from their last 4. And as I mentioned, seeking back-to-back wins for the first time in 2021. They do struggle for goals, only finding the back of the net 35 times. That's only 6 fewer than the Galaxy, but it does tie them for 7th worst in Major League Soccer alongside the New York Red Bulls. And they have been hitting him in fits and starts. This is a team that, of course, put 2 past the Sounders, but they've been held goalless on 7 occasions, so still looking for some attacking consistency and some fluidity up front in an attack that was spearheaded over the weekend by the Argentine striker Max Urruti. They have had a good player on form in Fafa Picot, who actually scored against the Galaxy last month in Carson. He's been on a tear as of late, scoring 7 goals in his last 9 appearances. And, of course, Griffin Dorsey providing a lot of pace and width on the outside. And it's an expansive approach. It's a team that likes to play attacking football and hit on the counterattack. The Galaxy will need to be aware. They'll need that same type of energy and commitment that we saw against Portland in large stretches here from the get-go. Because the Galaxy, of course, haven't traveled well this season, looking for a rare victory on the road. All right, time for us to step aside one more time. When we return, we get down to the team news. The chopping and changing will tell you who's in and who's out for both L.A. as well as Houston. It's MLS action coming your way tonight. L.A. away to the Houston Dynamo here on Galaxy Radio. Stay with us.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage on their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year. Powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
San Manuel Casino is changing its name and changing the game. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, with 2 new casino floors, now with over 6,500 slots, the most in the West. A new high-limit room for 5 elevated gaming experiences, new luxury retail shops, restaurants, and bars, and even more thrills to come. Experience a level of thrill that California has never seen before. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
Tonight, Wingstop is upping the flavor of your cruise night in with Wingstop's Big Night In Bundle. 25 boneless wings, your choice of 3 craveable flavors, and 3 delicious dips, all for just $16.99. Order tonight at wingstop.com at participating locations. Wingstop, the flavor of the LA Galaxy.
And welcome back. We're just about 12 minutes away from kickoff here on match day number 30 for the LA Galaxy. Currently 6th in the Western Conference on 42 points. Coming into today, the Galaxy level with Real Salt Lake and just 1 ahead of Minnesota United FC. It is nip and tuck. For my money, it looks to be a 4-horse race for 3 spots. Those final 3 spots in the playoffs up for grabs in the Western Conference. The Galaxy needing a result tonight. They need something positive. Look, it's not a must-win, but they need to take something positive from this. They don't want to undo all the positive steps they took forward, as well as the confidence that they built after that 2-1 win against a very good Portland Timbers team. Temperatures favorable tonight, not the summer conditions we're used to seeing in Houston, Texas. Around 80 degrees at 7:38 kickoff time local in Texas. So indeed, the Galaxy, even though they have to play the second of 3 games in the space of 8 days, at least the conditions won't be too grueling. But what about the first team news? What's in store? Well, time now to take a look at the starting 11, brought to you by Modelo, setting the gold standards for authentic Mexican beer since 1925. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Let's begin with the LA Galaxy, and Greg Vanney is going to make 4 changes from the team that emerged victorious on Saturday night. It's the same back 5 with Bond in at goal, looking, of course, for his 4th shutout of the season. Araujo at right back with Depew and Williams playing together, of course, for just the 3rd time this season, and the Finn, Nico Hamalainen, in at left fullback. The change coming in is Sasha Kljestan, one of the heroes from Saturday night, comes in to replace Ryan Raveloson. Efrain Alvarez, who earned that penalty kick for Sasha on the right-hand side of midfield, the second of those 4. And Sebastian Lletget getting a rare run out. USA International trying to find his form that he had before being called up for the recent round of U.S. men's national team World Cup qualification matches. The other change, bringing back in the French winger Kevin Cabral, is expected to play just off of Javier Chicharito Hernandez, who has 13 goals, which is good enough to tie him for 6th best in Major League Soccer this season. And, of course, Jonah Dos Santos will keep his spot. He is 1 booking away from suspension and really has to watch it tonight for the Galaxy. Jonah Dos Santos trying to rediscover his form after playing, of course, 63 minutes in that big victory on Saturday night. So that's how it sets up here for Greg Vanney in a usual 4-2-3-1 type of setup. Look for wide play from Efrain Alvarez, who Vanney said flourished, playing a little bit more advanced and higher, able to pick those spots, play those balls in, and find those gaps. He doesn't want him dropping behind the midfield line. He wants him higher up where he can utilize his skill, get on the front foot, and pick apart defenses and ask the questions. Let's take a look at the way it shapes up now for Tab Ramos and this Houston Dynamo team. They're going to make a couple of changes from the team that beat Seattle. They're really going to stick with a 3 at the back setup. It'll be Zarek Valentin, Tim Parker, and the Honduran Minor Figueroa at 38 years of age, filling out that back 3. Junqua will play at left wing back tonight. Coco Carrasquilla and Darwin Seren, the Panamanian and Salvadorian combination in central midfield. Griffin Dorsey will be called upon to provide some width down the right-hand side with designated player Darwin Quintero. The 34-year-old Colombian really had a slow start to the campaign, however, has really picked up steam now with 3 goals in the last month and a half or so. And Fafa Picot, the talented American of Haitian descent, picking up big-time steam right now. 11 goals and 5 assists in a breakout campaign for the 30-year-old. And up top, of course, it will be Max Urruti, the Argentine. He scored in that victory 2-1 over Seattle. and it stopped a run of games that went over 3 months. And in fact, his first goal in 16 games after last scoring against Real Salt Lake on June 26th. We'll see how it rounds out. Michael Nelson will be the goalkeeper as he was last time. The Galaxy, of course, looking for their first win away to this Houston team going all the way back to 2016. To put this in perspective, and you may have noticed I tweeted this out today, Barack Obama was president, Bruce Arena was the manager, and the goal scorer on that day, Alan Gordon. That's how long it has been. Houston, in total, 4 unbeaten against the Galaxy in their last 4 meetings. LA last beating the Dynamo back in 2019 in April with a 2-1 win in Carson. So that's how it sets up. We've got you all primed and ready. We're going to step aside one more time. But make sure to keep it right here on Galaxy Radio, folks. So when we turn, we get down to the business at hand. First half kickoff. It's the Galaxy and the Dynamo. Kickoff straight ahead. Stay with us.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
San Manuel Casino is changing its name and changing the game. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, with 2 new casino floors, now with over 6,500 slots, the most in the West. A new high-limit room for 5 elevated gaming experiences, new luxury retail shops, restaurants, and bars, and even more thrills to come. Experience a level of thrill that California has never seen before. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
Tonight, Wingstop is upping the flavor of your cruise night in with Wingstop's Big Night In Bundle. 25 boneless wings, your choice of 3 craveable flavors and 3 delicious dips, all for just $16.99. Order tonight at wingstop.com at participating locations. Wingstop, the flavor of the LA Galaxy.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
And welcome back. We're just minutes away from kickoff between the LA Galaxy and their Western Conference rivals, the Houston Dynamo, meeting up for the second and final time this season. In all, it will be the 34th meeting between these two, and it's been pretty nip and tuck despite a recent edge for Houston. As I mentioned, they haven't lost in their last 4 against the Galaxy. However, the Galaxy have won 11 times in the previous 33 encounters. Houston with 12 and 10 draws. At Houston, though, I mentioned that this LA Galaxy team haven't won going all the way back to October of around 2016. The Galaxy taking 5 wins in their previous 17 trips to PNC Stadium. Houston coming out victorious on 8 occasions. So plenty of room for improvement, but one thing's for sure. This is not a must-win. This isn't a do-or-die type of situation here for the Galaxy, but this game holds the utmost importance because the result is on the cards. If they want to realistically turn the tide in a situation that will put them in a positive form before the playoffs, they need to do it now, and they need to start it now because there are some really menacing games coming up here for the Galaxy, namely a visit of FC Dallas on Saturday, and then things get really tough next Wednesday, a week from tonight, away to Sporting Kansas City, and then the following Monday away to the Seattle Sounders before wrapping up the season on November 7th at home to Minnesota United FC, who are in the thick of the playoff hunt right now with the Galaxy, who, as I mentioned, have a hold on the playoffs right now in the 6th position in the Western Conference on 42 points. That puts them level with fifth place Real Salt Lake. And remember, the tiebreaker is total victories, and Real Salt Lake and the Galaxy level on 12. The next one, of course, coming down to goals for, which Real Salt Lake have a slight edge. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, LA 1 point clear of Minnesota United FC. Vancouver also in action tonight on 40 points, just 2 below. And then there's a little bit of a gulf as LAFC on 37, still not officially out of the hunt, but it's going to take something Herculean to get them over that playoff line. And, of course, San Jose look to be out of the race on 33 points. Houston, as I mentioned, coming into this game, 30 points from their first 29 games. They have officially been eliminated with 5 games to go. And that, of course, will knock them out of the MLS Cup playoffs for the 4th consecutive season. So a chance for them to reassess and perhaps build and look to the future. Guys playing for contracts on the Houston side of thing, and that could make them somewhat of a wounded animal and a very dangerous prospect here for the LA Galaxy. Galaxy, no strangers to it. Remember, Houston dashed their playoff hopes in 2018 with a huge win in Carson. They'll be looking to throw a wrench in the Galaxy's postseason plans once again. We are underway from PNC Stadium in Space City, Texas. In Houston, the Galaxy, you have a screen in front of you attacking the goal to the right in their away white strip, and the Dynamo, affectionately known as the Orange Crush, going from right to left in the home orange. Big one at stake, and they'll knock it back. A 3 central defenders set up tonight for Tab Ramos. They'll work it over to this left-hand side for Sam Junqua, the 24-year-old American fullback, leaving it inside now for Darwin Quintero, the established Colombian presence and designated player who came over from Minnesota United FC a couple of years ago. They'll look to build possession. They like to knock it around the park and open up those cracks and those fissures in the defense. But they're under the pressure right now, and it's given away. It's worked out. It's Efrain Alvarez who stings the post. Did the keeper get a touch? What a start that would have been. 1 minute and 8 seconds in, as Alvarez was hovering on that left-hand side of the box, and the Galaxy on the front foot again. Cabral squares it. Araujo tries to curl one over to the far post. My, oh my, the Galaxy with a real bright, energetic start, and it stemmed from the giveaway from Valentin, and it was a wonderful save from Michael Nelson to repel Efrain Alvarez. So what a start. The Galaxy coming out with a bit between their teeth here in the 2nd minute. Efrain Alvarez singled out for praise by head coach Greg Vanney. Said, you know, he has the final product. He can go past defenders, get assists, get goals, and really put the pressure on the back lines. He's crafty on the move, slipping ball in between the lines in space. But most importantly, Vanney elaborated this on his post-match press conference. He wants Efrain higher up where he can be more dangerous and really pose a threat to opposing defenders. That's exactly how he started tonight, as he's one of 4 changes for Greg Vanney from the team that beat Portland. But it's Houston in possession now, trying to angle one over on the side of Julian Araujo. He gets underneath it. Picked up here by Fafa Picault, who's supported by Darwin Seren, the Salvadorian international. Wide now for Griffin Dorsey, who drops that shoulder, gets right past Nico Hamalainen. It's a smart header away from LA's Derek Williams. Under a little bit of duress, broken up, and just from behind, Cabral commits the foul on the edge of the Galaxy box. An advancing run from Coco Carrasquilla, the Panamanian. It's problematic. It's a real, almost striker's type of challenge. As Cabral comes in from behind and gets most of Carrasquilla, and this will put a free kick and really an advantageous position for Darwin Quintero, about 24 yards out, just to the left-hand corner of Jonathan Bond's penalty area. Bond getting his first taste of action against the Dynamo. You may remember it was Jonathan Klinsmann in goal last month in that 1-1 draw in Carson. So Quintero standing over it, fires one in and turned aside. Good effort from the Colombian. First save of the game for Jonathan Bond. So both goalkeepers called into action here in the first 5 minutes. Quintero struck it well, simple ball in. Bond just trying to cheat off that wall a little bit, but the big LA goalkeeper did really well, making, of course, his 106th save of the season, third most in Major League Soccer, making 104 after that rising header put in by Junqua following the corner kick. So strong starts. We expect an open attacking game. These two teams not really noted for their defensive prowess. In fact, both with identical defensive records. The Galaxy conceding 46 times. As I mentioned in the pregame show, that ties them with Houston as well as the Portland Timbers. Equal 7th worst defensive record in the entire league. Only 5 other clubs allow more goals than these two tonight. So we could see goals in the offing, and it's not good set-piece defending from the Galaxy, as it was a free header from about 8 yards out for Junqua. He's not exactly a towering presence. So perhaps a wake-up call for the back four. So Houston resumes possession now. Zarek Valentin switched over to this left-hand side. The central defenders really playing with a lot of space between them. Nelson sends it wide to the right-hand side. It comes out of play for a Galaxy throw. Important match tonight with so many teams in action. We'll get you updated on the other 11 fixtures taking place tonight in Major League Soccer. The Eastern Conference, of course, already well underway. Some big, big games that could alter the playoff picture. And here's Max Urruti setting it up for Fafa Picot. Working it wide down this left-hand side. He's a tricky prospect and fires one in. And already 3 saves made in the first 6 minutes from Jonathan Bond. Denying Quintero, Junqua, and now Picot. Too busy for his own liking, I'm sure, and that's kind of been the modus operandi for this Galaxy defense that, in my estimation, gives away far too many chances. In fact, in terms of statistics and shots faced, the Galaxy have faced now 163 coming into tonight. That was second most in all of Major League Soccer. Only Austin allowing more opportunities on their own goal. Here's Jonah Dos Santos trying to put an end to that for his countrymen, and it's well weighted now. And here's Kevin Cabral. He's in behind. It's Kevin Cabral, and what a save from Nelson. Cabral got in behind. It was a wonderful ball played up from Chicha. 2 quality chances to start this one off. It was brilliantly started by Dos Santos, and Chicharito playing it forward for the elusive Frenchman who played on the edge of that defender, and Michael Nelson to the rescue. A wide open start tonight at PNC. A match where we expected some goals with both goalkeepers very busy early on. So the ensuing corner kick here for the LA Galaxy have only found the back of the net on 3 occasions from corner situations. Dead balls haven't exactly been their strong suit. Leggett, though, with a decent delivery. Pops out wide here for Julian Araujo. Will recycle it through. Now for Nico Hamalainen, the Finnish American, recently involved in Finland's World Cup qualification round. It sits up for Chicharito Hernandez, leaves it off. Efrain trying to combine, and it just slips right past the 33-year-old Mexico striker. But the Mexico internationals combining to very good effect early on. Jonah Dos Santos, Efrain Alvarez, who's been newly capped here in 2021 And, of course, Chicharito Hernandez, who's Mexico's all-time leading goal scorer, with 52 goals in his 109 appearances for El Tri. But hasn't featured out for a couple of years and doesn't appear to be on Tata Martino's radar. So Efrain Alvarez takes over possession inside the Houston half, charging up to the right center spot, tries to play it down the channel for Chicharito Hernandez, and some emergency defending back there from Houston. They really look slightly disheveled, you could say. Only Tim Parker preventing catastrophe on that occasion, and the looks and the body language of Tab Ramos are saying a lot right now. He's not pleased with the beginning here for the Dynamo. They can ill afford to slip up. So the corner upcoming now. This time it will be Kevin Cabral, the French designated player. Cabral's been hit and miss, struggling for consistency. That's what they want out of him, and they want a little bit more on the defensive side of the ball as well. They go short in the corner. Alvarez picks out the angle with Hernandez, who goes to ground. The referee interested in the penalty. Chicharito Hernandez, who just had his ankle clipped. Very slow to get up. And he's pulled out the yellow card for simulation. So referee Rosendo Mendoza booking Chicharito Hernandez for simulation and the dive. He got in with the first touch, and he really did dive. Good call from the referee. For shame on Chicharito, now booked, of course, for just the second time, but that's a no-no and a clear dive. You can't defend it. Even the biggest Galaxy homer would have to recognize it was a clear dive. So Chicharito fishing for the penalty comes up empty. Not to say it has been a bad start from the Galaxy. They've been positive. Getting forward, a stretched beginning. A game that really has the appearances of one that's in the 80th minute as opposed to the 10th. Long angle ball out of the back from the Dynamo, cut out nicely by Julian Araujo. It drops to the feet of Efrain Alvarez. Araujo trying to keep possession. They do it well behind Depew, but it was a crunching tackle this time on Coco Carrasquilla. Araujo has to tread lightly. He's one booking away from suspension, meaning he'll miss the next game, which is against FC Dallas in Carson on Saturday evening. And the referee has the cards out. He's already dealt one to Chicharito. And we could see another in second succession. And Julian Araujo is booked. He is unavailable for Saturday's match against FC Dallas. Not exactly the way they want to start. Came in over the ball. Cleared out Carrasquilla. In my estimation, it's a soft yellow. No contact made with the ankles, but he did bring down Carrasquilla. Clear foul. Can't argue against it. But the referee pulling the cards out early tonight, 2 inside the first 11 minutes against Los Angeles. So Chicharito had nowhere to go, but Efrain Alvarez gets it back, pokes it out of play, throwing for the Galaxy right in front of Tab Ramos and the Houston bench. Back to Araujo inside his own half now, and Nick Depew getting a run out now. Nice to see him back in the fray, the big 6'5" defender, forming that partnership, of course, back there with the Irishman Derek Williams, who recently returned from injury. Araujo now locating Jonathan Dos Santos, gives it away. A big mistake now, and it drops to the feet of Darwin Quintero. He has several options, leaves it. It's Max Urruti, and a catastrophic mistake here from Jonathan Dos Santos, opening the door for Urruti, who didn't fare that well in front of goal. The Argentine blazing his shot at an angle, but well high of the bar. Urruti just making that inside-out run. It's got to be better. He's got to work the goalkeeper from that position. Darwin Quintero presented a gift by Jonathan Dos Santos. It hasn't been an assured beginning at the back, and the Dynamo smell a little blood in the water. They sense a little vulnerability at the back for the Galaxy. The counter press has resulted in some meaningful chances now, but the Galaxy switch the point of attack on the left-hand side. Hammerlein and leaves it for Chicharito. He gets it back from Question. Playing into a deeper role, trying to set it up long for Efrain Alvarez, but asking too much of the East LA product. Well, it's been an attractive start between these two, that's for sure. Urruti drops all the way to the halfway line, trying to set the table for the onrushing Fafa Picot. Bond all the way to the edge of his penalty area and rolled out near side as Araujo nears the halfway line. Jonathan Dos Santos now. Efrain Alvarez drifting between those lines where he's so dangerous. Has a good range of passing and picks out Nico Hamalainen, who chips one in, and the final product once again lacking from the Galaxy. Hey, soccer fans, you're looking to attend the biggest and best LA Galaxy matches for the 2022 campaign? You can now secure a 2022 partial plan deposit. Now, all plans include special rates and priority purchasing access for playoffs and discounts at the LA Galaxy team store. All you have to do is call 1-877-3-GALAXY. That's 342-5299, or just email ticketplans at lagalaxy.com today. 14th minute, no goals, but plenty of chances between the Dynamo and the Galaxy. Not exactly exquisite, tight defensive play tonight, that's for sure, to start this off, as Houston presented about 3 quality chances in the first 6 minutes. The Galaxy with a couple of opportunities as well. And it will be the Galaxy in possession. Back to Jonathan Bond, who gives it a ride off the head of Chicharito. Good knockdown from the Mexico international. And arriving in support is Araujo, who strides into the Houston half. Cabral dropping into a deeper role, locates Leggett. Leggett unable to get to it. Final pass in that final third is just proven to be elusive throughout much of that 9-match winless run for LA. Down goes Leggett, free kick, quickly taken. Quarter of an hour gone. The Galaxy on match day 30. 5 games remain, including tonight. 42 points. Hasn't fared well for them the last few games on their travels. In fact, they've lost the last 3 away from home. Their last win coming, as I mentioned, in mid-August away to Minnesota. A run of 5 games without victory on their travels. Here's Depew. He's pushed all the way up to the center circle. Williams for Jonathan Dos Santos. Good ball up for Chicharito, who did nicely. This is coming off well for the Galaxy. He's strung together some slick passing, but it's broken up now by the Dynamo. Come out wide on the right. Dorsey will drop it off for Zarek Valentin. Valentin, the Puerto Rico international, despite being born in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Part of the international setup with Dave Sarakin, former assistant at Bruce Arena with the LA Galaxy, in charge of the Island Nation. Here comes the Galaxy on that left-hand side. Good movement here. Leggett lays it off. Jonathan Dos Santos calls his own number and fires wide, just from about 20 yards out. Good build-up play. The trailing run from Dos Santos, wearing the captain's armband tonight, had time to take a touch, square himself, and just didn't hit the target. He has to work the goalkeeper, and he does it. Off by about a couple of yards. Hasn't been a sparkling start. It hasn't been a banner season for Jonathan Dos Santos, but a meaningful player nonetheless, who provides so much presence in that box-to-box role. Houston with 4 shots, 3 of which on target. The Galaxy with just the 1. Cabral with that effort denied by Michael Nelson, presenting the best opportunity of the night for LA. But it's Houston on the approach. Quintero, the move from Picot, nicely headed away by LA's Derek Williams. They put themselves in a spot of bother. Junqua across, and nicely positioned is Nick Depew. Junqua gets it back, where he's supported by Picot. Deep inside the Galaxy defensive third, it's Picot riding that byline, trying to pull it back into the danger area, and nicely snuffed out by Nick Depew. And the Galaxy regather possession. Wait to see it last for a very short spell as Parker lays it back for Valentin. They'll recycle through Carrasquilla at central midfield today. Carrasquilla, part of a change in the center of the park for the visitors. The change being Darwin Seren operating alongside him, the Salvadorian, and Minor Figueroa, a longtime Honduras international, brought into that back 3 tonight for the Dynamo. Here's Junqua slithering around Efrain Alvarez. It'll force Picot the negative ball back for Figueroa. To the center now for Valentin. Works it wide to the right-hand side. This is Griffin Dorsey inside Galaxy territory. Couldn't find the link with Quintero. And here comes Sever Leggett back the other way now. And the Galaxy looking to take a bite out of Houston. Leggett's done really well. Keeps possession. Brought down from behind. Free kick to Los Angeles on the 18th minute here. Just outside the right-hand edge of that Houston Dynamo penalty box. A big moment could arise from this. Leggett did really well, just slowed down his momentum. It was a clumsy challenge from Seren. And the Galaxy, who have struggled, as I mentioned, from dead ball situations. They've only scored 2 from free kicks this year. All in all, a team that's got 5 set-piece goals. You throw in the 3 penalties. It's 8 goals from dead balls this year. Not exactly something that raises the eyebrows. Nonetheless, the Galaxy do have the players that they can capitalize in these environments, namely Nick DePew at a big 6'5". Derek Williams, no slouch at 6'1" in there as well. Efrain Alvarez to take it, curls one in. Chicharito denied at point-blank range by Michael Nelson. What a volley it was from Chicharito from about 12 yards out, past the penalty spot, but hit it right at Nelson. And the Galaxy, after the lines are cleared, the second wave comes. It's Efrain Alvarez. He dials his own number, but sends it well high. A good response from Los Angeles. Efrain Alvarez playing with conviction and playing with purpose, but the volley taken beautifully by Chicharito. And he sent it right to the keeper. Nelson maintained a real strong hand, no rebound, presenting a second chance for the Galaxy. Good goalkeeping, good play all around. A real fun game here in the first 20 minutes, that's for sure. Jonathan Dos Santos now sees it slip right past Leggett. Once again, an errant giveaway from Dos Santos, who has not looked the part early on. And it's opened up on the counterattack for the Houston Dynamo, who come in on this wide left-hand side. Here's Fafa Pico. Quintero sending it wide to the right-hand side for Griffin Dorsey. Dorsey tries to play one in. He does. And the Galaxy able to meet it head on. Dangerous moment. It was up for grabs on the header. Pico rising along with Quintero. Not exactly what they're renowned for here, but it's good play nonetheless as it opened up down that right-hand side. Hamalainen slow to close down. Not enough pressure on the ball. I believe it was DePew just did enough to hinder the chance. Don't want to give Fafa Pico a sniff. A man on that type of form right now is proven to pay dividends for Houston. As I mentioned, 7 goals in his last 9 games. So Houston take possession once again on the 21st minute. Still goalless at PNC Stadium in the great state of Texas. Minor Figueroa now for Zarek Valentin, a 30-year-old American at the center of that back 3 tonight, along with Parker and Figueroa. Figueroa will spray this one long, easily cut out by LA's Nico Hamalainen. Sasha Kleshtin heads it down. Here's Kevin Cabral all the way at the halfway line, supported by Jonathan Dos Santos, trying to clean up his possession right now. Efrain Alvarez combines well to good effect. Sasha Kleshtin, those two had the 1-2 punch on Saturday night, looking to draw first blood here on Wednesday, just days later. The movement from Leggett makes himself available on that left touch line. Hamalainen now continues his run forward. Both fullbacks pushing very high for Los Angeles. Back to DePew, however, inside his own half. Here's Araujo, trying to work his way past Junko on this right-hand side to no avail. Throw in now for the Los Angeles Galaxy. What a game this has been. Great to have you along wherever you may be, listener. I'm Christian Miles. This is Galaxy Radio. A critical juncture of the season. They're in the playoff push, as they call it, the race for the postseason. The Galaxy, masters of their own destiny, on 42 points. 2 points above that playoff line, and 2 points from safety. Here's Dos Santos now, has made himself available on this right-hand side. Angles one in. Efrain Alvarez pops up. Good play from him. Tries to flick one across. Tended to by Zarek Valentin, who read it perfectly. But Efrain Alvarez has been absolutely menacing. Best player in the pitch so far in the first half for both teams. Carrasquilla plays it wide. Here's Dorsey trying to put it into the path for Darwin Quintero. Puts on the brakes, spins around. And it's underneath it was LA Galaxy defender Nick DePew, who clears the line. Carrasquilla back on it to sustain possession now. And this is what they need. Here's Seren. Just past the center circle inside Galaxy territory. Wide now to the right-hand side. Quintero plays it up. In for Max Urruti. Quick look to the referee's assistant. Did the flag go up? And it appeared to be the case. Another look at it. Good combination play on the right-hand side. And it was Quintero who played it up. From our vantage point, tough to tell if the referee's flag had gone up. They were instructed to keep it down until VAR can come into it if there is an instance of offside. So play resumes now. 24 minutes in. LA Galaxy 0, Houston Dynamo 0. Good combination, short, tight passing game, and that's really suiting the strengths of both Sasha Kleshtin and Sebastian Lletget, the current U.S. international and the former USA international. But Carrasquilla takes over. The Galaxy need to be tidier in possession. They've been a bit careless with it at times tonight. Good movement from Quintero, pops up 20 yards out, and great block in there from LA's Derek Williams. The pressure relief a moment as that cross from Pico is cut out by Nick DePew. Finally steers it away. Houston continuing wave after wave now. This is a good spell for them as Junqua's cross is blocked by Efrain Alvarez, of all people. And it comes out for a Dynamo throw. Near side. And Houston starting to settle in nicely after a pretty good start. Playing with freedom, without pressure. Well, as I mentioned, despite that win over Seattle Sounders, it's a team that was eliminated from playoff contention on Saturday evening based upon other results. 11 points below that last playoff team, which currently right now is Minnesota United FC. But as I mentioned, with 12 games taking place tonight, the complexion and landscape of the Western Conference will drastically change, could drastically change by this evening's end. Here's Jonathan Dos Santos now, looking for a little bit of daylight, finds it in the form of Efrain Alvarez. And Alvarez just muscled off of it by Coco Carrasquilla. Impressive player, Carrasquilla, was on loan from Cartagena of Spain. Just signed a couple of months ago at the beginning of August. One of a slew of new faces. And Houston will rebuild. Here's Griffin Dorsey, former USA Under-20 international. Continues his run down the line. Good 1-2 as he gets behind Nico Hamalainen. Plays it across. Pico is there. Left side of defense has to be better for LA. As Dorsey just strolled past Nico Hamalainen. Here's Quintero on the opposite side. On the edge of the box. Twists and turns. Pulls one across, but easily caught on the cross by Jonathan Bond. Quintero, one of those players you can tell up for the fight tonight. Pep in his step, the Colombian. He was deemed surplus to requirements by Adrian Heath and Minnesota United FC. Found a home in Houston. Trying to get back to that form that we saw from him in his Santos Laguna days when he would terrorize defenders in Liga MX. Spent some time with Club America as well. And in Mexico City. Worked it down the left-hand side. It's a little too casual from the Galaxy. Once again, they cough it up. Seren leaves it wide to the right. Houston now looking to take a bite out of LA after those flurry of chances in the first 6 minutes or so. Lays it back to Tim Parker now, former Georgetown Hoya. Coco Carrasquilla. Just to the edge of his own half. Seren arrives. This is better play, but Seren too cheap. Gives it away with relative ease now. And here comes Efrain Alvarez, has been picking apart this midfield. But once again, it's Chicharito Hernandez, the guilty party this time, relinquishing possession. Houston only too happy to oblige now. Quintero trying to string something together, but leaves it too far out in front of both Pico and Urruti. back the other way now for Jonathan Dos Santos as Cabral drops off and he is fouled. He'll go to the floor now. While we've got a moment, Galaxy fans, you can catch the next home match coming up here this weekend on Saturday, October 23rd, as the Galaxy take on FC Dallas. Be here at Dignity Health Sports Park to witness this Western Conference clash coming up this Saturday. Visit LAGalaxy.com/tickets to secure your tickets today. 0-0 between the Dynamo and the Galaxy. As we close in on the half-hour mark, minute 29. LA in possession now. Derek Williams to the left-hand side. Sebastian Lletget, who's dropped deeper now, pushing Nico Hamalainen farther up that left-hand side. Hamalainen wheels around now, a little space to work with, leaves it centrally for Jonathan Dos Santos, who wheels around and picks out Efrain Alvarez, who pops up on the edge of the box. It's Araujo who bangs one in. A late run was there from Chicharito. Just a little too far behind the Galaxy striker. So Nick DePuy now has set up camp inside the Houston half. Wide for Araujo. Good combination play once again. The triangles popping up and developing, but it's a heavy touch from Alvarez. Houston able to claim. Not the best of clearances. Very poorly done now. And Sebastian Lletget links up with Kevin Cabral. Sasha Kleshtin in support now on the edge of the box for the Galaxy. Kleshtin looking for the angle. Just trying to pick that lock, so to speak. Araujo makes the overlap on this right-hand side, but gets the cross all wrong. Proving he is indeed fallible. Julian Araujo emerging as one of the best, if not the best, right fullbacks and wingbacks for that matter in all of Major League Soccer. Many of those in the Major League Soccer media circles deeming that this could possibly be the last season we see Julian Araujo in Galaxy colors, even though he was just given a new contract back in July. Making a deal that will keep him with LA good through 2025. Of course, Galaxy with the option to sell, which they would probably gain a pretty tidy sum of a transfer fee. Elsewhere, FC Dallas 2-1 over LAFC. Not looking good for the noisy neighbors. Free kick now, possession going the Galaxy's way, 57%. 6 shots, 2 of which on target. 8 opportunities for the Dynamo, put 3 on Jonathan Bond's goal. They'll cross one in, nicely angled away by DePuy. Just got a foot to it and drops to Sebastian Lletget. Squares it for Kleshtin now. Chicharito Hernandez trying to find the game, dropping deep. Jonathan Dos Santos. The Galaxy find that extra bit of thrust in the final third. That's what they need right now. Someone to take this game and become that creative catalyst. Araujo. Operating just in front of that Houston bench, hugging this near side, joined by Alvarez. Leaves it for Sebastian Lletget. Jonathan Dos Santos wearing the armband tonight. El Capitano. Here's Efrain Alvarez, picks out the cross. The run from Chicharito is there, flashing to the near post. Used to deal with it well enough, but an exit strategy leaving a bit to be desired. LA right back on it now. Dos Santos for Lletget. Operating wide on this right-hand side now, supported by Julian Araujo on the 32nd minute. Looking for our game's first goal. And DePuy will work it all the way back around for Derek Williams. This sets up just inside the Houston half. He'll switch out to the right-hand side. Jonathan Dos Santos now. Locating Sebastian Lletget. Found the gap in the line. It's in. It's Efrain Alvarez. Well, he was in at an angle on the left-hand side of the keeper, but trying to pick out that far post. And Efrain off by, I think, short of a country mile. Saw what he was trying to do, pick out that far post, but off by about 10 yards. Once again, real slick approach play in the middle third to be applauded, but Galaxy looking for a little bit more sharpness inside that penalty box, something that's really been elusive for them. All in all, the Galaxy have found the back of the net 41 times this year. That's 6 more than the Dynamo. Ranking him 13 out of MLS's 27 teams, but back of the net with impressive frequency lately. 6 goals scored in their last 7 games. Here's Darwin Quintero. Houston looking to mount something of consequence. His run broken up by Kleshin. Griffin Dorsey arriving on this right-hand side in that wide role today, playing that wing-back position in that 3-4-3 setup, or 3-5-2, however you want to chalk it up. Junqua goes down, free kick. Julian Araujo has to tread lightly. He's already carrying a booking, bringing down Junqua. Araujo already unavailable for the FC Dallas match on Saturday night after receiving his 7th yellow card in 2021. Here's Darwin Seren. Pico on the edge of the Galaxy box. This is better from the Dynamo. Junqua Jones in on a wide left-hand roll, 1v1 against Araujo, who really stood him up well. Good individual defending by Julian Araujo, the kid out of Lompoc, recently declaring his international allegiance to Mexico, much to a lot of American fans' chagrin and much to the delight of a lot of El Tri fans. Tell you what, they got a good one. Tata Martino will be very pleased, I'm sure, in the long run with the acquisition of Julian Araujo. Zui corner now, taken short. Here's Coco Carrasquilla in front of the Galaxy bench, wide on his left-hand side. Quintero, as Dorsey drops centrally. They'll call the number, and my goodness, it was audacious and perhaps premature. About 30 yards away. You've seen Figueroa blast them throughout his legendary career. Unfortunately, the former Wigan man who actually won England's FA Cup 8 years ago with Roberto Martinez, along with Roger Espinosa, famously sporting Kansas City. Galaxy unable to build out of the back, and possession is, just say, not been the tidiest in the last 10 to 15 minutes. Quintero leaves it now, just standing there, almost waited for the overlap. To call it cavalier would have been an understatement. So it'll come out and all the way back for a Jonathan Bond goal kick. 10 minutes to go until halftime. Soccer fans, the Galaxy is excited to announce season tickets for the 2022 MLS campaign. They're now on sale. We can learn all about what it means to be part of the Galaxy community by joining us as an LA Galaxy season ticket member. Call 1-877-3-GALAXY. That's 342-5299. Or visit lagalaxy.com/since96 today. The Galaxy on the front foot now. As Chicharito leaves it for Sebella Jet. He's got the overlap from Hamalainen, plays it across the square ball. Cabral arrives, he goes to ground, and the referee has pointed to the penalty spot. The Galaxy will have the penalty kick, and Cabral is very slow to get up. But referee Rosendo Mendoza wasting no time, pointing to the spot and booking Minor Figueroa for that challenge. And the Galaxy with a chance to go out in front, and Cabral clutching his left ankle, still on the floor. The second game in succession, and upon further review, it's really hard to argue. Figueroa does get the ball upon the replay. He wins it, but he takes out Cabral, cleans him out in the process with that front and trailing leg. Studs were up, and I have to say, the referee gets it right. From this commentator's perspective, a well-deserved trip to the penalty spot. I cannot see that being overturned by the video assistant referee, who, of course, will review it tonight. Daniel Radford up in the booth along with his assistant, Jonathan Johnson. And Rosendo Mendoza having some words with Minor Figueroa. A player of his stature, as well as experience, should know better. And it's put Houston in a bit of peril, that's for sure. And the Galaxy will step up for the 5th time from a penalty kick situation. The The only miss being Chicharito Hernandez. That in the 2-0 win against Austin, in which he had it saved by Austin goalkeeper Brad Stuver. The other three converted by Sasha Kleshchin, who most recently did so on Saturday night. So just 4 days ago, Sasha Kleshchin, who's been perfect, 3 for 3 from the penalty spot, will be up against Michael Nelson. Houston have conceded 4 penalty kicks this season, or rather 3, and up against their 4th. And Kleshchin against Nelson here in the 39th minute. The Galaxy, this is massive. It's Sasha Kleshchin who makes no mistake. Assured as you like, Sasha Kleshchin for the second time in 4 days has given the Galaxy a valuable goal from the penalty spot. And they have drawn first blood. 1-0 to Los Angeles. It was the movement of Cabral. Kleshchin sends the keeper the wrong way, tucks it home. No hesitation, knew exactly where he wanted to go, and hits it really well into that bottom corner. And Sasha Kleshchin with his 4th penalty kick strike of the season, his 5th goal of the campaign in total, and a big one at that. A real emotional interview from Sasha Kleshchin. He talked about coaching his under-13 team. Said, hey, I wake up in the morning saying I am going to make a difference. If I am given the chance, I am going to score. I am going to leave my impression. He's done it in as many games, and one of those players that has really emerged as a leader, especially late on this season. So the Galaxy out in front on the road, and that really bodes well for them. We talked about how important that first goal is. When the Galaxy scored the first goal, they've emerged victorious 11 times in the 15 games prior to tonight. They're looking to make it 12-16 when Houston allowed the first goal. They've only taken 3 points along with 2 defeats. They come back with a swift response as Quintero plays it off to defender on the edge of the penalty area. Out it will go, and it will be a corner kick for the Houston Dynamo. Another look at it as we come in wide on his left-hand side. The ensuing corner, nothing developing out of it. So, Suck fans, are you looking to attend the biggest and best LA Galaxy matches for the 2022 season? You can now secure a 2022 partial plan deposit. All plans include special rates and priority purchasing access for playoffs and discounts at the LA Galaxy team store. Call 1-8773-GALAXY, that's 342-5299, or you can email ticket plans at lagalaxy.com today. 1-0 to the Galaxy. 42nd minute. Goal in the 39th from Sasha Kleshchin in the penalty spot after Kevin Cabral was brought down by Maynard Figueroa. And now Houston trying to work their way back, as they've had to do on so many occasions this year. Kleshchin gets it back inside his own half, given away by Hamalainen. Uruti only too happy to oblige, and here's Dorsey. His cross tried to pick out Picot, did really well to shape his body. It's on, but the flag gone up, or did it drift out of play? It looks as though it was the latter. To credit Houston, they asked the questions from the get-go. They are a dangerous team. They have pace in wide areas. They can be direct. Picot did everything he could to keep it in, but couldn't quite muster it up. 1-4 for the Dynamo. The Galaxy seeking back-to-back wins for the first time since August 4th, when they beat Real Salt Lake after taking care of Portland on July 30th, 4-1. Here's Coco Carrasquilla slipping around the likes of Efrain Alvarez, who gives chase. And Carrasquilla, good burst from the Panamanian, leaves it wide. Flag is down for Picot. Julian Arau not having any of that. Did the flag go up? Looks as though it was the case. Hard to see from our vantage point. Carrasquilla has been a good rudder in midfield. It is the run of Picot, who's just behind, played off by last man Julian Arau, and the referee's assistant pulls up the flag. Coming up at halftime, we'll get you a prize of all the other scores around Major League Soccer. Remember, this one of 12 games tonight, a huge midweek clash. Plus, we'll have more halftime analysis and stats. It's all coming up here in our halftime show right here on Galaxy Radio. Houston trying to claw their way back. Carrasquilla, though, gives it away. Jonah Dos Santos brings it forward for Chicharito Hernandez, who's brought to the floor. Quick to get up now. The Galaxy trying to see this one out with the halftime advantage. Been a real fun first half. Galaxy have shown some fragility at the back, especially in the opening 15 minutes, but have shown good character, continuing to pour forward, creating the chances, the movement, difficult for Houston to track. And now a dead ball presenting itself. They scored twice from free kicks this year, LA. This one from pretty far out, just to the left of the arc on top of the box. That from goalkeeper Michael Nelson is standing over it. His Sasha question as well as Efrain Alvarez. Alvarez runs over it. It will be Kleshton, delivers to that far post. Good header away. Houston defended it mightily. Minor Figueroa throwing up his big Honduran frame at that. I believe he's been around so many years. Figueroa utilizes his experience, read that free kick well, saw the options piling up at that far post for LA with Derek Williams making the run along with DePew. Final minute plus added on time in Space City, Texas, in Houston. And Leggett gives it away. Here's Dorsey. Leaves it for Parker. Just heaves it forward now. This is better and a chance to break, but Julian Araujo able to intercept now. Is there one last thrust? 2 minutes will be added on here at the end of the first half. The Galaxy looking to tack one on before the break. Big blow from morality's sake. It's played in by Chicharito. Efrain Alvarez pulls it back. It's an own goal from the Houston Dynamo. Efrain Alvarez putting it into that danger area, and a beautiful ball from Chicharito, and LA just before the break double up. 2-0. Still some time left, but in stoppage time here in the first half, Efrain Alvarez putting that into the danger area. The movement once again unable to track. It was played in and well weighted by Efrain Alvarez, who's onside clearly. No one picking him up, pulls it back from the byline, and it's just steered into the net by Houston's Zarek Valentin. Oh my goodness. It's going to go down as an own goal. But credit the movement of Efrain Alvarez and the ingenious ball from Chicharito. Kevin Cabral was there as well as an option. So the goal stands and is confirmed by VAR. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. 2 late first half goals conceded by the Houston Dynamo, who continue to shoot themselves in the foot. So one away now. The Galaxy, can they just steer it out? There'll be a little bit more time added on from the designated 2 minutes. Here's Fafa Picot in a central role, supported by Seren. Moves it wide, and Junqua arrives from his wing-back position on the left-hand side, pulls it back, but too heavy. Has to be better than that from Junqua. Just stood up by the defense, and uncharacteristic air from the Houston wing-back. Had some good moments, but piece it together consistently. Galaxy with a stoppage time own goal confirmed as Houston Dynamo defender Zarek Valentin. Houston still going here. Pico for Seren. And that's going to do it. First half whistle is in the books. Shaky start for the LA Galaxy, conceding numerous chances in the get-go. 3 big saves from Jonathan Bond to keep this in it from the start. And it was the Galaxy returning the salvos themselves, but ultimately digging their feet in and some great movement, some great energetic flowing play. Sasha Kleshtin converting from the penalty spot on the 39th minute after Kevin Cabral was brought down by Minar Figueroa. And then in stoppage time, Efrain Alvarez's cross steered in by Zarek Valentin. Halftime in PNC Stadium in Houston reads the LA Galaxy 2, Houston Dynamo 0.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage on their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
San Manuel Casino is changing its name and changing the game. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, with 2 new casino floors, now with over 6,500 slots, the most in the West. A new high-limit room for 5 elevated gaming experiences, new luxury retail shops, restaurants, and bars, and even more thrills to come. Experience a level of thrill that California has never seen before. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
Tonight, Wingstop is upping the flavor of your cruise night in with Wingstop's Big Night In Bundle. 25 boneless wings, your choice of 3 craveable flavors and 3 delicious dips, all for just $16.99. Order tonight at wingstop.com at participating locations. Wingstop, the flavor of the LA Galaxy.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life.
And welcome back. Match day 30 proving to be the perfect tonic. It is halftime. The LA Galaxy have 2-0 over the Houston Dynamo at PNC Stadium in Houston, Texas. This, of course, one of 12 games unfolding tonight and a big night in Major League Soccer. Some of the other scores coming in. In the 91st minute, Atlanta 1, NYCFC 1. Cincinnati just conceding at home in stoppage time to the Chicago Fire in a shootout, 4-3. DC United losing deep into stoppage time right now in DC, 3-2 to Bruce Arena and the New England Revolution. Earlier it was Miami 3-0 over Toronto. They get that monkey off their back. Stoppage time in Florida. Orlando won. Club de Foot Montreal won. 61st minute, SC Dallas up 2-1 on LAFC, and a big score that favors the Galaxy right now. Minnesota 2-2 in the 65th minute against the Philadelphia Union. Elsewhere, it's halftime between Nashville and Columbus, where it's goalless, and same scoreline just 20 minutes in between Colorado and Seattle. That one in Commerce City. A little bit later, it will be Portland at home to Vancouver. And, of course, it will be Austin paying a visit to San Jose. So the Galaxy sitting pretty for the time being, but they can't get ahead of themselves. It was a good first half that had some shaky moments to start. However, they were able to recover, stuck with it. Efrain Alvarez has continued his masterful play, combining to very good effect with those around him, whether it be Sasha Kljestan, Jonathan Dos Santos, Chicharito, and the like. And the Galaxy have come back and asked the questions of a Houston team that, quite frankly, has just come out and shot themselves in the foot. All right, we're going to talk a little bit more about this on the other side. Plus, we'll have a look at stats. Halftime at PNC in Space City reads LA Galaxy 2, Houston Dynamo 0.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
San Manuel Casino is changing its name and changing the game. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, with 2 new casino floors, now with over 6,500 slots, the most in the West. A new high-limit room for 5 elevated gaming experiences, new luxury retail shops, restaurants, and bars, and even more thrills to come. Experience a level of thrill that California has never seen before. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
Tonight, Wingstop is upping the flavor of your cruise night in with Wingstop's Big Night In Bundle. 25 boneless wings, your choice of 3 craveable flavors and 3 delicious dips, all for just $16.99. Order tonight at wingstop.com at participating locations. Wingstop, the flavor of the LA Galaxy.
And welcome back. Halftime at PNC Stadium in Houston, Texas. The Dynamo trailing the visiting Galaxy on match day 30, 2-0 as we get set for the start of the second half. Great to have you along tonight here on Galaxy Radio. I'm Christian Miles. Let's crunch the numbers, shall we, and take a look at the way the first half unfolded. And from the start of this game, I thought it was really going to be tragic for the Galaxy. 3 shots on target in the first 6 minutes from the Houston Dynamo. But the positive sign for them, Not one allowed since. In total, the Houston Dynamo putting 3 on frame, 10 shots in total with 46% of the possession. The Galaxy with 54% of the possession with 8 opportunities, 3 of which have been on target. A couple of blocks in there for the Dynamo as well. 3 corners to 2 in favor of Houston. In terms of crosses, they've been flying in for the Dynamo with 8 compared to the 5 for the LA Galaxy. And, of course, one of the big telling things has to be saves. Jonathan Bond called in for 3 huge saves in the first 6 minutes, as I mentioned, to deny the likes of Quintero, Junqua, and others. Just a couple of saves from Michael Nelson, who was on top of it, presenting a flurry of chances for the Galaxy that were repelled. And, of course, 3 yellow cards, 1 for Minor Figueroa, who brought down Kevin Cabral from the penalty spot. And, of course, it was Chicharito Hernandez, who was booked for simulation, as well as Julian Araujo, who received his yellow card in the first half, meaning Araujo will be unavailable for the home clash against FC Dallas coming up this Saturday night in Carson. So a little bit of work to do. The Galaxy just trying to tidy up things and tighten things up in the back. Most importantly, 3 points the order of the day, and now aiming for a clean sheet. Time for us to step aside one more time. When we return, we get down. It's the final 45. Second half kickoff. LA and Houston straight ahead.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage on their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
San Manuel Casino is changing its name and changing the game. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, with 2 new casino floors, now with over 6,500 slots, the most in the West. A new high-limit room for 5 elevated gaming experiences, new luxury retail shops, restaurants, and bars, and even more thrills to come. Experience a level of thrill that California has never seen before. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
Tonight, Wingstop is upping the flavor of your cruise night in with Wingstop's Big Night In Bundle. 25 boneless wings, your choice of 3 craveable flavors and 3 delicious dips, all for just $16.99. Order tonight at wingstop.com at participating locations. Wingstop, the flavor of the LA Galaxy.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life.
2-0 here at halftime in the great state of Texas. The Galaxy trying to snap a winless run away from home that stands at 5 right now and get their first maximum points since that 1-0 win away to Minnesota United FC back on August 14th. Great to have you along here on Galaxy Radio. I'm Christian Miles. The Galaxy well poised to do just that following a very convincing late stage of the first half. 39th minute penalty kick from Sasha Kljestan after Kevin Cabral was brought down by Mino Figueroa. That was followed up by a great move between Chicharito Hernandez and Efrain Alvarez, which ultimately resulted in that own goal being put in by Houston defender Zarek Valentin. So that's where we stand. The Galaxy on a night when they pushed all the right buttons, making 4 changes from a team that was successful in a 2-1 win at the expense of the Portland Timbers just 4 nights ago. Looking to go from strength to strength, and as I mentioned, looking for back-to-back victories for the first time since August 4th. So, indeed, the future is bright, and the Galaxy trying to turn the tide after that dreadful 9-match winless run, which saw them go without a victory for over 2 months. So, the second half upon us. We'll keep you apprised of any changes as the evening progresses. We can confirm one switch as a Swedish defender for Houston, Adam Lundqvist, has come in on that left-hand side, I believe, for Sam Junkwa. For the Galaxy, we'll see O'Neal Fisher come in at right fullback, and that one not surprising at all, as Julian Araujo is carrying a booking. As any other changes become available, we will keep you apprised. So it'll be Fisher on, and it's the first time we've seen him since he came on as a substitute back at the beginning of the month in that draw, that thriller against LAFC. 1-1. Match, of course, that ended just before the international break. So the Jamaican on. We are underway, and it'll be Houston in possession. Coco Carrasquilla, that part of that midfield partnership along with Darin Seren. So pretty much as you were at the back. We'll see Dorsey, it appears, drop into a deeper role now. Lundqvist, that gets his first touch, the Swede on that left-hand side, broken up by Fisher as the two substitutes meet head-on as a late challenge from Coco Carrasquilla. He's going to be booked for this. He has to be booked for this, surely. Just came in and cleaned out Chicharito. Chicharito really is taking his lumps. So Carrasquilla with a rash challenge. Going to be a talking to here from the referee. He's told him to stop it, so chalk one up on the point board on the road to persistent infringement, perhaps, for the Panamanian. No yellow card given, and we play on. Early second half now, and Nico Hamalainen anchoring things at that left-hand side, finding his way to Kevin Cabral. Here's Derek Williams, the Irishman, at the heart of that back four tonight alongside Nick DePute. For the third time they've partnered together. The prior two occasions, of course, both coming against Portland, ironically. So here come the Galaxy behind Sebastian Lletget. Better combination play through the center of the park between he and Efrain Alvarez. Weighted in now, and it's broken free. Kevin Cabral is in, puts it back on his right. It's Kevin Cabral who finishes it in style with that patented trademark French flair. And Cabral grabs his 5th of the season. The Galaxy's 3rd. It's lights out tonight in Space City. 3-0. Just beautifully worked. Starts with Efrain Alvarez. And Chicharito Hernandez will pick up the assist for this. The defender bites and slides, goes to ground, and that allows Cabral to take an extra touch. He composes himself well, sorts out his feet, and picks out that near post. No chance for goalkeeper Michael Nelson. And Kevin Cabral, a big goal for him, ends the drought at 6 games, his first in 7. And the Galaxy right now cruising. What a goal, and well worked, just ripping this Houston midfield and back three to shreds. So Kevin Cabral officially accredited on the 47th minute, and Chicharito will grab his 2nd assist in 2021. So Cabral involved in both of the last 2 goals for the Galaxy. Elsewhere, we can confirm that LAFC has equalized. It is in the 78th minute. FC Dallas 2, LAFC 2 in Dallas. And here it's all Galaxy now, and it's broken free now, and Houston Dynamo get one. Max Urruti on defensive breakdown. Ghosts through. However, it's not going to count. Flag had gone up against the Argentine striker. Pretty easy call to make as well. So Urruti has really cut a figure of frustration this evening, starting well behind. Clearly offside. Easy call for the referee's assistant to make. No doubt about it. Goal disallowed. Galaxy by no means on easy street, and it's about match management. It's about a mentality and a focus right now. It's a Galaxy team searching for just their 5th shutout of the season. That ties them for 2nd fewest in the entire league. In fact, 1 less than Houston. So Derek Williams now for Sebastian Lletget. This is Cabral, the goal scorer. Switches the point of attack now to Efrain Alvarez, who's really been good tonight. Puts it on his left. It's Efrain Alvarez warming the gloves of Michael Nelson. It's turning into a shooting gallery here in the second half. The Galaxy coming out with purpose and trying to kill this game off. They've only won 4 times this year on the road, beating Minnesota, San Jose, Vancouver, and of course the first game of the year away to Miami. They have really roared to life. Hasn't been exactly an exemplary defensive effort tonight from the Houston Dynamo. The Galaxy very much deserving of this 3-goal lead so far. Still a lot of football. Here's Fisher for Depew. Heavy touch from the Galaxy central defender and out of play. Interesting story about Depew. I remember seeing him back in his college days. Deployed as a striker. One of those big college players that can play on the front line and utilize for his aerial proficiency, but spent equal time in the heart of defense as well. Proving to be pretty good foil here recently for Derek Williams after several combinations of Steris and Williams, Steris and Koulibaly, of course, back there with Depew. Trying to settle on that same back four. They're going to need stability here heading into the postseason. Only 4 games remaining after tonight, 2 of which are against the top 2 in the West. Broken up nicely on that right-hand side, and here it comes forward for the Houston Dynamo. They got the bit between their teeth. They played it up forward, but once again, the flag had gone up, it appears. Tyler Pasher has come on for the Dynamo to solidify things on the right-hand side. So that's the other substitution Fifi will aware of. Trying to add a little bit of attacking punch. Bit of a tactical adjustment too, as Pasher has replaced Minar Figueroa, dropping Dorsey back. But it's the Galaxy in possession. Derek Williams finding his way forward to Nick Depew. This is O'Neal Fisher, the Jamaica international. This recent round of World Cup qualification, it was the fullback scoring in a 2-0 win last week against Honduras on the road. His first ever international goal at that. He comes in with very good confidence right now and provides a little bit of extra depth on the right-hand side of defense. Galaxy starting to boss it now. Here's Depew. Jonathan Dos Santos wide, plays it for the substitute Fisher. Entry ball well cut out by Lundqvist. They'll send that cross in and repelled by Parker. Galaxy able to reestablish possession behind Sasha Kleshtin, who just had his pocket picked from behind by Urruti, who did well in a deeper role. It's come out wide now for Pasher on this right-hand side. And Pasher's gotten loose. He's got a little bit of pace here on his right-hand side. Pasher pulls it back across. It's on for the Houston Dynamo, and Quintero was the last to lay lace to leather. And Quintero's attempt, he just opened it up too much. Great move down the right-hand side. Pasher's onside, a little burst of pace, a little energy, what they needed. He drags it back into that area. And Quintero, from about 10, 12 yards away, just hindered enough there by Derek Williams. But right off the bat, you can see the influence that Tyler Pasher has had. He's brought pace, he's brought energy, livened up this Houston attack. Galaxy will have to deal with him. 54th minute, LA Galaxy 3, Houston Dynamo 0. First half goals from Sasha Kleshtin from the penalty spot and an own goal from Zarek Valentin, followed up by a 47th minute strike from Galaxy winger Kevin Cabral. That is where we stand as the Galaxy looking to maintain their hold amongst those teams in the Western Conference playoff picture. Here's Coco Carrasquillo. Newly arrived Panamanian. He's trying to strengthen that midfield. They've worked it wide to the left now, and Lundqvist has arrived. Good pace from Lundqvist. Part of that Sweden team back in the Brazil Olympics 5 years ago. Didn't feature in the recent Euros over the summer, Lundqvist. Been a big fan of Liverpool FC and said he picked up soccer as a hobby while playing hockey in Sweden. Interesting. Far side corner now for Quintero. He'll take it short down the line. Here's Lundqvist, fires in the cross, and Bond will let it drift wide. No real accuracy or menace on that one. And while we've got a moment, soccer fans, are you looking to attend the biggest and best LA Galaxy matches for the 2022 season? You can now secure a 2022 partial plan deposit. Now, all plans include special rates and priority purchasing access for playoffs and discounts at the LA Galaxy team store. Call 1-877-3-GALAXY, that's 342-5299, or email ticketplans@lagalaxy.com today. 3-0 to the Galaxy, 10 minutes into half number 2. Captain Jonathan Dos Santos brought to the floor. Free kick inside their own half. Here's Seba Leggett, has knitted this midfield together with good effect tonight. Here's Cabral, providing the expanse on this left-hand side. Good combination with Leggett. Here's Sasha Kleshtin. Just that steadying hand in midfield. Efrain Alvarez helps it on for Fisher, who pumps the cross, but just overhits it entirely. Gets it all wrong. Once again, the approach playing that middle third, unsurpassed by the Galaxy. They've been very good tonight. Fun to watch, easy on the eye, flowing moves. They've dictated play through midfield. Had problems early on with that Houston counter press. But since then, they've dealt with it really well. High pressure right now from the Galaxy, trying to make life difficult for the Dynamo. They exit well enough. Here's Lundqvist getting involved in that wing-back role on that left-hand side. They push it forward for Pete Cole. Quintero calls for it. Here's Urruti on the edge of the Galaxy penalty area. Leaves it. Pasher crosses, but overhits it for Quintero, and that move disseminates into nothing. Pasher, the lively Canadian, part of the setup on just a couple of occasions where the Canadian national team, a well-traveled, almost vagabond of sorts, newly arrived to the Houston Dynamo this year after spending the last 3 with Indy 11. Indy 11, of course, part of the United Soccer Leagues, or USL Championship, the same league that LA Galaxy 2 are involved in. By the way, away to Charleston tonight, and hang on to their 4th spot in the Pacific Division after an excellent performance against El Paso Locomotive over the weekend, a 5-0 romp. Chicharito Hernandez brought to the floor, free kick for the Galaxy. He's done well in deeper position, trying to find the game. He's taken his lumps, shielded the ball, held position, held it up really well, Chicharito Hernandez. Kind of an unheralded aspect of his game, but he can bring others into it. He's not the Chicharito you saw in 2011 UEFA Champions League final or earlier in his Manchester United career, but he's a different Chicharito. No question about his work rate. He finds the game. And more times than not, he will make a difference. The man who has made the difference is Efrain Alvarez, supported well by Jonathan Dos Santos. This is Fisher. Wide on the right, well inside the Houston half. It's up on the edge of the box. Sebastian Lletget inside the penalty area. And it sees it shepherded away by the defense and out for a goal kick. Defense did really well there. Parker coming across. Recently given a new contract as well this year. Tim Parker, the longtime servant. In fact, he's a bit of an Iron Man. Tim Parker, really the only player in the Western Conference, only defender in the Western Conference to start all 31 games for his club. 28-year-old, a couple of caps to his credit way back in 2016. Big signing for him after spending the last 3 years with the New York Red Bulls. So we'll see a switch, a double change as Sammy Grosser and Dejan Jovalic will replace Chicharito Hernandez. So Jovalic, who hasn't had a lot of playing time as of late, replacing Chicharito on the hour mark, and Sammy Grosser, who brings a real spark of energy in those wide rolls. Plenty of industry from him. And become the third change, I believe it's Kevin Cabral, the goal scorer, the most recent goal scorer for the Galaxy, coming off. Good hour shift and a chance to rest those legs. Very important. As I mentioned, this is the second of 3 games in 8 days. The more time you can rest, especially away from home, the better. Galaxy will be immediately flying out on their Sun Country charter after the game and probably arriving back to Carson sometime in the middle of the night. They'll switch it over for Grosser's first touch, trying to set the table for Efrain Alvarez. Here's Jonathan Dos Santos, try to slide it through to Grosser. Frenchman for Frenchman. With Grosser on, Cabral off. Back the other way. That direct ball for Urruti cut out by Jonathan Bond. It's a game that's lost a little bit of cohesion. So we'll see some changes coming up here for the Houston Dynamo, and former LA Galaxy man Joe Corona getting set to check on for Coco Carrasquilla. Joe Corona, a real faithful, loyal servant. Another product of the Southland. Getting a chance to run out, gets his first touch here, the 31-year-old. Born in LA, raised in San Diego now, and Corona has a pop. Not a bad effort. Plenty of power and conviction behind it, not a lot of accuracy in the end. And correction, that's Memo Rodriguez. One of those homegrown players for the Houston Dynamo. There's a little bit of attacking oomph to the attack. It's a team that need goals, and as I mentioned, they've had their problems scoring them this year. Despite playing some positive, progressive, front-footed soccer, just hasn't quite come off for them this year under Tab Ramos. Here's the Galaxy behind Sebastian Lletget. Now how's it going? Wide to the right-hand side for Efrain Alvarez. Kind of that inverted winger presence. Here comes Lletget offering it up on the left inside the penalty area for Sammy Grosser. And it will be Lletget who squares. It's Efrain Alvarez who wheels around, just one more to poke it through, and couldn't find Jovalic. But the Galaxy able to keep it alive. 63rd minute, the Galaxy up 3-0. Jovalic drops it back. He's got Kleshtin. Arriving is Hamalainen. This game getting really stretched. Hamalainen's cross overhit. Easily headed clear by Lundqvist. Corona misses out, but set in there defensively. And now a chance for Quintero to counter, but a wonderful challenge. A real crunching tackle from Sasha Kleshtin, who's been at Real solid spine as a number 6 tonight. Here's Grandsier on the ensuing counterattack, trying to pick out Joveljic to no avail. Galaxy really have changed their look. Pasher now dropping that shoulder and ghosting past Hamalainen, who's had his problems with the Canadian winger. Joe Corona now for the Houston Dynamo. Quintero waiting for the overlap. Dorsey took a deflection in, and Bond maintained his concentration. Had a good look on the flight of it, the big 6'5" keeper from England. As I mentioned, not a part of the team that drew 1-1 on September 15th in Carson against this very same Dynamo team. Galaxy looking for their 5th clean sheet. Pasher leaves it. Picot needs his options. It's a giveaway here, and Picot couldn't find the target. Sloppy play to the back. The Galaxy have to tighten it up. They're feeling the pressure. So Corona on for Carrasquilla. Memo Rodriguez replacing Max Urruti. It'll be a goal kick now for Jonathan Bond and the LA Galaxy. A win would move them to 45 points. Just a reminder, we'll get you updated on all the other scores around MLS tonight. Eastern Conference games in the books. It's all about the West right now. Can't tell you, LAFC has snuck out in front. It is in stoppage time in Texas. Score reads LAFC 3, FC Dallas 2. And an unfavorable result for the Galaxy is Minnesota defeat Philadelphia by 3-2. A huge win for Adrian Heath's team now. But here's Joveljic charging forward. Good-looking cross, but straight into the breadbasket of Michael Nelson. Nashville and Columbus goalless. Later tonight, Portland and Vancouver, and San Jose and Austin will round out the MLS slate in a busy midweek. Here's Quintero. He's that creative fulcrum. Leaves it wide to the left-hand side for the substitute Lundqvist, who is in the offside position, so it'll be a free kick for LA. We've seen that so many times tonight for the Dynamo. It's the lack of discipline on their approach. This time it's Picot as well as Lundqvist, both about a yard off, especially Picot. The Galaxy taking, of course, 15 points on their travels from their previous 14 games. So they're going to have to do a little bit better. 15 points from a 42 possible. Not exactly impressive, but this could be something that could change the momentum. Here's the very busy Pasher operating on the right-hand side in the Galaxy half, joined by Picot. Good play to set up Quintero, but a heavy first touch and a no-nonsense clearance from LA's Derek Williams. Darwin Seren dropping deeper now, trying to facilitate the play for Griffin Dorsey, who puts in a teasing ball across, and the Galaxy at 6s and 7s as Picot was in, and Jonathan Bond on a collision with Picot is in a high degree of difficulty and in serious pain. He came out for it, simple ball across. They don't deal with it. It was a wonderful ball played in by Dorsey, and Picot just colliding with Bond, who came for it. So Williams off. Williams will come off for the Galaxy, and on will come Sega Koulibaly. Like for like defensively as the Frenchman comes in to pair with Nick Depew. A rare chance for Greg Vanney to rest some of his big players ahead of some very important games. As I mentioned, some big ones coming up. Not just Dallas this weekend, but a trip away to Sporting Kansas City next Wednesday before paying a visit the following Monday to Lumen Field and the Seattle Sounders, who, for my money, the best team in the Western Conference. And for my money, the best team in Major League Soccer right now. despite the record of New England, but Western Conference, rather, a little bit heavily tilted in terms of the caliber of teams. It's a sloppy giveaway. The Galaxy very untidy in possession now. Picot popping up, trying to set the table for Quintero, and that one just doesn't come off. And I tell you what, the Galaxy are being flattered right now because they've been sloppy in possession, giving it away in their own half. But the ineptitude of Houston, well, not able to capitalize and flattering Los Angeles. The final score, LAFC 3, FC Dallas 2. Huge game at that. But the Galaxy get possession back. That means LAFC move up to 40 points within striking distance of LA on 42, which will move to 45 if they can maintain their hold on this one and take 3 points. The Galaxy, of course, will overtake Real Salt Lake as well as Minnesota United. Real Salt Lake, one of the few teams not in action tonight. Jovalic is bungled to the floor. Free kick for LA. The Serb just trying to hit his groove now. Just turned 22 back in August. Comes with a high pedigree. Of course, that big signing, one of their most expensive signings coming over from Eintracht Frankfurt this summer. Given a 4.5-year contract and a chance to run out. And the Galaxy continue to alter things. We'll see Jonathan Dos Santos given a rest as Adam Saldana will come in. Haven't seen a lot of Saldana in recent weeks, but a chance for the LA Galaxy 2 product. Of course, the 19-year-old out of Panorama City. First time we saw him was back on August 4th when he started against Real Salt Lake. So Saldana in and Jonathan Dos Santos out. Chance to rest those legs. This is huge for the Galaxy, able to rest these players. Now it's about match management and a contribution from the bench trying to equal that of what we saw against Portland on Saturday night, but it's broken now for Dejan Jovalic. He's got the option of Grandsir. Jovalic leaves it across, but it's cut out by the defense. It'll come out for an LA Galaxy corner kick. Haven't seen a lot of those tonight. Positive play. Houston have just been dreadful in the second half. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you folks. They have not been good. Sloppy in possession. Easy to play against, but it's a team that doesn't have anything to play for right now as they're out of the playoff picture. So the corner arises now for Los Angeles. Just their second of the evening. They'll take it short. Seba Leggett with Grandsir. The second ball easily caught. Good safe pair of hands that time from Houston's Michael Nelson. He's come on to replace Marko Maric. Just the 10th MLS appearance of his career tonight. Michael Nelson spending some time in the USL Championship on loan with Rio Grande Valley FC. A chance for him to shine as the number one and perhaps stake a claim to Tab Ramos for those gloves next year in 2022. That's kind of the order of the day right now. That's what the reality is for this Houston team. Had a great introduction after relocating from San Jose, winning those titles in 06 and 07 with Stuart Holden and the likes, but since then it's been pretty slim pickings. Wilmer Cabrera coming in, not making a difference. Tom Ramos taking the reins. Really didn't get a fair shake in 2020 with the truncated, kind of discombobulated schedule due to COVID. This year hasn't fared better, though. Haven't shown that improvement. Here's Quintero trying to improve on their scoreline. Quintero's hit didn't have much conviction on it, but Houston sustained possession. Towards the middle now. Joe Corona leaving it wide to the left-hand side. This is Adam Lundqvist. Good movement, good passing, and slicing on the clearance. A whiff that time from Koulibaly. Not exactly covering himself in glory, and allows Houston to recover and keep this move alive. Set in. Corona arrives, leaves it wide for Dorsey, who's playing more advanced now, and this time it's a better clearance by Nick Depew. It's come out for a Houston throw. Houston, get this, with 81% accuracy. Galaxy with the better possession, however, with 57% of it, still a little bit over a quarter of an hour remaining, as Hämäläinen will send this out, and it will come out for a throw. Galaxy fans, catch the next home match on October 23rd as the Galaxy take on FC Dallas this Saturday at Dignity Health Sports Park. You can witness the Western Conference matchup. Just visit lagalaxy.com/tickets to secure your seats today. 3-0 to the Galaxy. Trying to hold firm. Looking for their first clean sheet since August in that win away to Minnesota. Last time they tasted one with Jonathan Bond in goal was August 4th in that 1-0 win over Real Salt Lake and Carson. Good combination play on the right now for Pasher. And the Dynamo switches the point of attack wide to the left. Here's Rodriguez. Calls his own number. Great save. And a nice parry out of harm's way by Jonathan Bond as he had Fafa Picot bearing down on him. Rodriguez had a great look at it. Just outside the penalty area. No one closing him down. Makes a great little move. Puts it on his right foot trying to pick out that far post. Smart goalkeeping from the LA Galaxy netminder. Here's Picot right back in it. Headed away by Sega Coulibaly, but only as far as Houston's Joe Corona. It sits up and cleared away by Kleshchin. And the Galaxy looking to break. Possession all too short-lived, however, and that's where Houston have really gotten a hold of it. Galaxy playing a dangerous game right now. They don't want to let him back into it. It's opened up for Quintero. Can't get his feet right. Quintero denied at the near post by Jonathan Bond. Good movement. The Galaxy are out of sorts. They really are. Houston able to walk through this midfield line with ease, presenting yet another chance. And once again, it's their ineptitude in front of goal. The only thing sparing the Galaxy blushes right now. That and some good goalkeeping from Jonathan Bond. A lot of work to do still. This one not exactly home and dry, despite that 3-goal lead. Some unfinished business now as Grancier is drifted centrally. Rodriguez, who's popped up on this near side. Houston looking to claw one back. Good movement. Picot, and once again another save. About 3 in the last 2 minutes from Jonathan Bond. Bit of a half chance on that occasion from Fafa Picot. There's a man reborn. 3 goals in 18 appearances in the COVID season for FC Dallas for making his way across Texas. Here's Pasher meeting Hämäläinen head on. Free kick. As the foul is given, quickly taken, and it breaks down, and Picot dropping back. He has the support. The center of the park. Here come the Houston Dynamo between Darwin Seren, who opts to change the point of attack, but underneath it is O'Neal Fisher, who's come off the bench here in the second half for Julian Araujo. The Galaxy really in no hurry right now, and this is where they need a good spell of possession to kill this game off, and this is where Sebastian Lletget and Sasha Kleshchin really have to play paramount roles. Grancier now, given the space, enters the Houston half, supported by Lletget, who arrives on that right channel now, leaves it for Fisher. Grancier just wheels himself around, the Frenchman. Fisher again has a support of Saldana, who leaves it on the switch for Nico Hämäläinen. The Galaxy just trying to keep a foot on the ball. That's what Saldana can give them as well. Coulibaly. Just inside of his own half. Kleshchin. Lovely link-up play with Efrain Alvarez. Some good technical feet out there right now for the Galaxy. Hämäläinen. Saldana. This is Efrain Alvarez. He's come on leaps and bounds Great couple of games from him. Kleshchen's found the gap in between that midfield and defensive line, but he's dispossessed. Strong clearance away now, and the counterattack is on, but well read by Jonathan Bond. Striker, I believe it was Quintero, had Depew beaten for pace clearly. Here come the Galaxy once again. Efrain Alvarez for Sebastian Lletget. The U.S. international plays it. It's on for Joveljic. And some last-ditch defending from Lundqvist. Clever run there from Joveljic on the angle. A lovely ball played through by Lletget. That's what he can do so well, Sebastian Lletget, as well as holding up play. He can thread that needle, plays those clever through balls to set strikers on their way. Put it perfectly into the path for Joveljic, whose progress is only impeded by the defense. So Seren off. We'll see another switch now as Hoffman comes on for the Houston Dynamo. Ian Hoffman, a defender who's just making his third appearance of the season. They've worked it down the left-hand side. They've emptied their bench as well. Lundqvist's cross blocked by O'Neal Fisher. 10 minutes and some change, plus added on time remaining. Rodriguez tries to get his feet right and does, but it's held by Jonathan Bond, but he spills it out. Corner kick coming up. Galaxy keeper wanted to keep a hold of that one. Hey, soccer fans, the LA Galaxy is excited to announce season tickets for the 2022 MLS season. They are now on sale. Learn all about it, what it means to be a part of the Galaxy community by joining as an LA Galaxy season ticket member. Call 1-877-3-GALAXY. That's 342-5299. Or visit lagalaxy.com/since96 today. The corner kick drifts out. It will be a goal kick now for Los Angeles. Important game for the Galaxy. The target, at least a share of the points. They're going to up that by 2 if they can hang on for the next 10 minutes, but hasn't been an impressive fashion. A wonderful display characterized by character and energy on Saturday night, followed up by some slick attacking moves and some wonderful interplay in that attacking third. Kevin Cabral with his best performance in a while. Efrain Alvarez, kind of that inverted winger presence on the right-hand side, able to open up those channels, hover in between the lines. He's been an absolute menace. Sasha Kleshchen also a key factor tonight, now wearing the armband, but that ball attempted to play through for Grand Cyr, broken up by the Houston defense. Dynamo finished 12th last year. That was dead last in the then 12-team Western Conference. Came into tonight in 11th on 30 points. Trying to take a bite out of the Galaxy. Picot has been their best player by far. Leaves it wide to the left-hand side. Lundqvist arrives. Simple square ball. And nicely intercepted. That time by Nick Depew. He did really well. Depew has done well tonight. Positive moments for him. Partnership may be first choice right now between Depew as well as Derek Williams. Here's the near side ball for Sammy Grand Cyr and the LA Galaxy. Grand Cyr trying to drop that shoulder through. Poked away by Houston's Joe Corona, the former Galaxy man. Joe Corona, who was here for a couple of years under the Guillermo Barros Esqueloto regime, before signing with Houston here in 2021. Pasher tried to backheel it through, and once again, it's perfectly covered by Nick Depew. He came over in support of Hämäläinen on this left-hand side. Keep it right here on Galaxy Radio. I'll get you caught up on the final scores around a busy night in Major League Soccer, plus a look back at our Spectrum Mobile Man of the Match and our Herbalife Nutrition Player of the Game. It's all coming up afterwards. Here's the chance for Houston. That one just going wide. Hey, soccer fans, are you looking to attend the biggest and best LA Galaxy matches for the 2022 MLS season? You can now secure a 2022 partial plan deposit. Now, all plans include special rates and priority purchasing access for playoffs and discounts at the LA Galaxy team store. All you have to do is call 1-877-3-GALAXY, that's 342-5299, or email ticketplans at lagalaxy.com. 3-0 to Los Angeles. Headed for a big win. It will be their 13th of the season. Depew gets caught goal side. It will be a booking for him as he rugby tackles Fafa Picault. Becomes the third Galaxy player booked alongside Chicharito and Julian Araujo. Picault really has been a handful. Lively presence propping up in wide areas tonight. Kind of fluffed his lines a little bit in front of goal, but he's been dangerous nonetheless. 6 minutes to go, free kick. Just in front of the Houston bench, about midway through that Galaxy half for the Dynamo. Rodriguez to deliver. And a sharp retort from Sega Koulibaly, the towering French defender. Space on that left for Quinteros, dribbled through two, past Joveljic. Supported by Memo Rodriguez. He'll leave it wide. Lundqvist trying to pick this Galaxy lock. I mentioned their inconsistency. Quintero, though, hovering on the edge of the Galaxy penalty area. Lundqvist arrives on that left and forcing O'Neal Fisher to close down. That corner kick coming up regardless. On that far side, it will be Rodriguez. He will take this one short. Galaxy have had some shaky moments defending dead balls. Rodriguez floats one in. Not this time, though, says Sega Koulibaly. And it drifts over the byline and out of play. Galaxy, as I mentioned, a team that has struggled to really assert themselves on dead balls this year. 5 goals from attacking set pieces, but defensively it's been a little bit better from them. They haven't allowed one from a direct free kick, only one from an indirect free kick. But 5 allowed from corner kicks this season. Out of play it goes, and this one pretty much in the books. Coming up next for the Houston Dynamo, Sunday away to Austin in another Texas two-step. And then finishing out the season at home to Colorado on the evening of Halloween, on November 3rd, up in Canada away to Club de Foot Montreal. Or Montreal, as they like to say by the Quebecois. If you want to chalk it up, it's a long trip. In fact, one of the longest in a Major League Soccer, especially for teams situated out west. Taken away by Lundqvist. A lot of these Houston players playing for contracts right now. Rodriguez on the counterattack has left it wide on that left-hand side for Fafa Picault, picked up by Koulibaly on the edge of the Galaxy box. He'll wait for support to arrive, and it does. It's Quintero, takes a deflection in. The header is there for Pasher, but he gets it wrong, and the Galaxy survive another scare. They don't clear their lines, however, but it's retrieved by Leggett on the second ball. And now they just want to take the sting out of this right now and kill this game off. Perhaps a look to the corner flags. It'll go all the way back now for Sega Koulibaly. A chance for the Galaxy to get on that charter flight out of Houston, come straight back to Carson. Well, they will arrive early tomorrow morning, somewhere in the middle of the night. Probably given a rest tomorrow, and then a slight walkthrough on Friday as Fisher foraging away on that right-hand side for the Galaxy. Nicely intercepted at the back. Little nudge from behind. And this will go back to the other end and out of play. Well, the Galaxy looked as though they've got this points wrapped up. They want the clean sheet I mentioned the inconsistencies of this Houston attack that came into tonight, which is 35 goals. Not exactly an impressive fashion. That was tied with the New York Red Bulls for 7th fewest, but remarkable sign of inconsistency as the times they've been held goalless. 7 times they've failed to find the back of the net in a Major League Soccer game this year. Just hasn't been on for them. Back the other way, and it's a foot race between Joveljic and Parker. Parker did well. Back to his keeper, Michael Nelson now, and it goes out wide for Lundqvist. Houston, match day 31 for them. Come in with just 6 wins, 12 defeats, and 12 draws, as I mentioned. Pico. Another sign of inconsistency, beating up on Seattle, arguably the best team in Major League Soccer, and then getting thrashed at home by 3-0 against a Galaxy team that hasn't exactly been world beaters for the last few months. Tell you what, though, this is going to be a great result for Greg Vanney. It's going to be a very happy plane ride home as they get set for the visit of Ricardo Pepi and FC Dallas. It will be a force to reckon with. They'll be chomping at the bit for victory after losing tonight at home to LAFC. They've already been eliminated from playoff contention, so nothing to play for them, and that really makes them an unpredictable type of Jekyll and Hyde team. Here's Dorsey going to work on the edge of the Galaxy box, leaves it for Pasher. Pasher sizes up his opportunities, arriving as Quintero pops out wide. Here's Lundqvist, who gets it all wrong. Just caught rocking back, and he skies it over Jonathan Bond's goal, who was at his mercy. That kind of night for the Houston Dynamo as they move into stoppage time. While the postgame show coming up, get you a prize of the scores around Major League Soccer, some analysis from this one, and all the stats. It's all coming up here in the postgame show right here on Galaxy Radio. Not a lot of games left. 4 after tonight. And some big ones. Joveljic just overrunning Lundqvist and guilty of the foul, it looks like. Throw in near side now for Los Angeles. No Ryan Ravelis in this evening, interestingly enough. It's on the box, and it's Rodriguez just on the edge of that Galaxy penalty area. LA get the block in. Back four have done well tonight. Impressed with Fisher off the bench. Hasn't had a lot to do. As inept as they have been, Houston still provided a formidable test for the Jamaican fullback. Bond gives it a ride up. 3 minutes have been added on. Breaks for Pasher, trying to play it in now for Quintero. And Depew can't get his feet right. Has to deal with the agile Quintero. Squares it in front, and it was on for Pico. And it just goes begging wide. Disappointing for Pico in Houston, but it's been that kind of night for the Dynamo. A mistake, the first time we've really seen from Depew. Can't deal with the agile athletic presence of Darwin Quintero. They concede the corner kick near side. It goes over everybody, but cleared away. The volley from Rodriguez as he mishits it, and it goes over the byline for a Galaxy goal kick. Just a matter of seconds now, and the Galaxy will be inching their way up the standings. Still some games tonight. But but a monumental win nonetheless for LA. We'll see where they land. Portland at home to Vancouver. Still some unfinished business in the Western Conference. Galaxy trying to see this one out, and the 3 minutes of allotted time is expired. The referee points to the watch and mercifully blows the whistle, and the Galaxy, with a huge road win, their first in 6 on their travels, blank the Houston Dynamo. First half goals from Sasha Kleshchin, an own goal from Zarek Valentin, and a second half strike from Kevin Cabral do the damage. Stick around. The postgame show is coming up next. Full time here tonight. LA Galaxy 3, Houston Dynamo 0, right here on Galaxy Radio.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life.
In the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
Tonight, Wingstop is upping the flavor of your cruise night in with Wingstop's Big Night In Bundle. 25 boneless wings, your choice of 3 craveable flavors, and 3 delicious dips, all for just $16.99. Order tonight at wingstop.com at participating locations. Wingstop, the flavor of the LA Galaxy. Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
San Manuel Casino is changing its name and changing the game. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, with 2 new casino floors, now with over 6,500 slots, the most in the West. A new high-limit room for 5 elevated gaming experiences, new luxury retail shops, restaurants, and bars, and even more thrills to come. Experience a level of thrill that California has never seen before. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life.
Happy days for the LA Galaxy. 3-0 victors tonight over the Houston Dynamo. Time now, of course, for our Herbalife Man of the Match, Nutrition for a Better Life. And there's a whole host of options available to us tonight. However, I'm going to have to single out the play of Efrain Alvarez, who I thought really capitalized in that higher advanced role. He wreaked all kinds of havoc on that right-hand side, finding the gaps, finding the spaces, picking out passes, setting up runs. And, of course, it was his pass late in the first half that set up that own goal directed into his own net by Zarek Valentin that allowed the Galaxy to really capitalize and kill this game off at 2-0 late in the first half that gave them that much-needed confidence to really take advantage of things in the second half where they went from strength to strength. Look, it wasn't exactly champagne or world class, but they do enough and they get a clean sheet. By the way, their 5th of the campaign and their first in over 2 months. So congratulations to Efrain Alvarez, who continues to shine after some great play on Saturday night. He equals it tonight, becoming heavily involved in many of the moves forward for Los Angeles. So LA up to the 5th position on 45 points, just one adrift of Portland, who have just kicked off against the Vancouver Whitecaps, and 1 point ahead of Minnesota, 3 in front of Real Salt Lake, who were idle tonight and have a game in hand. Time for us to step aside here on Galaxy Radio. When we return, we'll talk about our save of the match and what lies ahead, plus stats and scores. All that and more coming up next. Stay with us.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
Tonight, Wingstop is upping the flavor of your cruise night in with Wingstop's Big Night In Bundle. 25 boneless wings, your choice of 3 craveable flavors, and 3 delicious dips, all for just $16.99. Order tonight at wingstop.com at participating locations. Wingstop, the flavor of the LA Galaxy. Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
San Manuel Casino is changing its name and changing the game. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, with 2 new casino floors, now with over 6,500 slots, the most in the West. A new high-limit room for 5 elevated gaming experiences, new luxury retail shops, restaurants, and bars, and even more thrills to come. Experience a level of thrill that California has never seen before. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
And welcome back. This is the post-game show here on Galaxy Radio. I'm Christian Miles, and my, oh my, the Galaxy winning back-to-back games for the first time since July 30th and August 4th. Happy times right now after a 9-game winless run at 6 points from a possible 6. Time now for our Spectrum Save of the Match. The Save of the Game is brought to you by Spectrum Mobile, the fastest-growing mobile provider in the nation. And, of course, Jonathan Bond was a very, very busy man. Despite claiming the clean sheet, a guy who was called into action 3 times in the space of the first 6 minutes, making saves on several Houston attackers and proving to himself to be very much worth the money. He's been one of the busiest goalkeepers in all of Major League Soccer, but he came up trumps, and that stand in the first 6 minutes when Houston came out with purpose and aggression really set the tone, gave the Galaxy the confidence that they needed to get a hold of it later in the first half and start asking the questions of that Houston defense going forward. So congratulations to Jonathan Bond, our Spectrum Mobile save of the match, on top of our Herbalife Nutrition for the Better Life man of the match, which tonight went to Efrain Alvarez. So statistically speaking, the Galaxy will have some areas to improve upon. Still too many chances created for the liking. In fact, 7 shots on target tonight for the Houston Dynamo. They put 22 together all being, but they were hapless in front of goal, and LA really spared the blushes by the ineptitude in that final third from the Texans. The Galaxy, for their money, 5 shots on target, very efficient tonight. And they did have 53% of the possession. As I mentioned, Jonathan Bond making 7 big saves tonight. There's 3 saves for Michael Nelson in that Houston goal. And the battle of the corners won by the Dynamo 7-3. But in the end, the only stat that matters is the 3 points. And the Galaxy win it by 3 goals and get the 3 points. And as I mentioned, move up to 5th place in the Western Conference, just 1 point adrift of the Portland Timbers, who are in inaction right now against the Vancouver Whitecaps at home in the Pacific Northwest. Other scores: Atlanta 1, NYCFC 1, a shootout in Cincinnati, but in all too predictable fashion, Cincinnati on the losing end to Chicago, 4-3. New England win 3-2 over DC United. Miami walloped Toronto by 3-0. Orlando and Montreal share the points at 1 apiece. And a Christian Arango hat trick for LAFC away to FC Dallas. 3-2 was the scoreline in Texas there. Minnesota coming back from a goal down to defeat the Philadelphia Union 3-2. And elsewhere was Nashville 1, Columbus, the defending champions, 1. In the 75th minute right now, the Colorado Rapids are in front of Seattle Sounders by 1-0. Same scoreline midway through the first half in Portland, as the Timbers are up 1-0 over Vancouver. And kicking off just moments ago, San Jose and Austin up in Northern California, another match that could alter the playoff landscape. But things looking really good right now for the Galaxy, not only putting themselves within a shot, perhaps, of catching Portland, but most importantly, giving themselves a little bit of wiggle room as they are 1 point in front of Minnesota, level on 30 games played. The only caveat in there being Real Salt Lake now 3 points below them on 42. Now in that 7th and final playoff spot, but they have a game in hand. One of the few teams that did not participate in MLS competition tonight. And LAFC's victory, sees them move up to 40 points, just 2 adrift of Real Salt Lake, with Vancouver looking level on points with them. They could use a win. That game in Portland, such a big one tonight in the Western Conference. All right, that's going to do it for us. We look ahead to the Portland Timbers. Well, as they get set to take on Vancouver tonight, we look ahead to the LA Galaxy as they will return home against FC Dallas. Come on down to Carson to see that one. And they get busy for a trip away to Sporting Kansas City and Seattle, rounding out the regular season at home to Minnesota on the 7th of November. Positive signs: the Galaxy taking a huge step forward, getting 3 big goals. Nice to see Kevin Cabral find his feet. Some synergy with the likes of Efrain Alvarez. Some great contributions in midfield tonight went from Sasha Kleshchin as well. And all in all, good performance from the Galaxy, but the caliber of competition is going to step up after this FC Dallas game, and the Galaxy have to tidy things up. They have to be a little bit better in possession. They want to be able to contend with the big boys who will come calling soon. So positive signs, though, and great times for the Galaxy as they win out in back-to-back games. The final tonight, LA 3, the Houston Dynamo 0. On behalf of the entire crew and all the good people with the LA Galaxy, this is Christian Miles saying good night.
In the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
Tonight, Wingstop is upping the flavor of your cruise night in with Wingstop's Big Night In Bundle. 25 boneless wings, your choice of 3 craveable flavors, and 3 delicious dips, all for just $16.99. Order tonight at wingstop.com at participating locations. Wingstop, the flavor of the LA Galaxy. Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
San Manuel Casino is changing its name and changing the game. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel, with 2 new casino floors, now with over 6,500 slots, the most in the West. A new high-limit room for 5 elevated gaming experiences, new luxury retail shops, restaurants, and bars, and even more thrills to come. Experience a level of thrill that California has never seen before. San Manuel Casino is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life.